baby beard.
All right, I'm a delivery boy.
Who is Hermes planning on killing?
I think we should let the orphans run free.
You've redeemed funds.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't.
He's just an old guy.
Can we talk about evil Lincoln?
Oh, of course.
Oh, this art needs to be sent. That's not the voice at all.
That's lobster-tainment.
Let's make it the
Look,
Christmas.
let me ask you this.
He was just about to agree with you.
Shut up and take my podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
sorry,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Didn't even say
Coming in
wow
hot, coming in angry, coming
Coming
in
in-
with the roots.
Very
Gotta
authoritative.
get back to my family roots.
Here she is, rocking like a hurricane.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Be Quiet and Receive Our podcast.
That's a lot better than lay down and take it, you bitch
Oh
podcast.
no!
I don't know why I found that so
no.
funny.
the Futurama, you almost did a spit take onto the mixer,
Yeah, I
which
know,
would
that's why I
have
pointed the other way.
been the Futurama podcast that pits episode against episode in a bloody glorious gauntlet battle for your entertainment. I'm joined here by Josh.
Oh.
Not
I
expecting
too,
that.
I too never forget to kill.
By Ellen.
Oh, guys, I left my apartment on fire, so I'm just gonna nip out.
See you next episode. Then.
By Phil.
Who is Hermes planning on killing?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And Sean.
Is IKEA meant to be that bad? Because in Australia, I like IKEA.
This is the thing,
That's because you're a basic bitch, and we all
Well.
know this.
wow.
It's Pikea, and my bed is from Pikea.
I would also like to point
and it has lasted years. so it's fine.
Pikea?
Just going to
Yeah.
say that's how
In the show, it's
it's cool.
Pikea.
that's now our quota for the word bitch as well. So you get two.
What do
I
you
was about to say,
mean?
you really are coming in
We're
hot.
family friendly.
Yeah.
Also, that joke.
There it is.
No,
No,
I
it's gone now.
Spent it.
I was going to say that the new podcast is called "Shut Up or Ellen Will Destroy You." Now,
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm Italian, so
So we're into season 4, episode 4.
don't you dare dog my family.
Versus Dog Mate?
less than hero, which is
Less than.
Less than
Zero.
zero.
that is very correct. You nailed
Why
it.
are we so afraid of like a wrong
Because
answer?
Sean is so judgmental.
Oh,
Did
like-
you hear Leela of their own?
He is truly the disappointed dad of this podcast.
Is less than zero some sort of piece of media,
Less than
though? I'm
zero.
aware of the phrase.
I mean, I can't help not getting Hercules in my head. 0 to hero.
Just like that.
Soul,
There you go.
Herc was on a roll, sweet and undefeated.
This is
I've
this
done
is
the
the
wrong lyrics.
final episode in our trilogy of L's.
Like all third films
Oh.
in the trilogy,
Ah.
it really changes
nine-
everything.
It's a 1987 teen film. Less
Ah.
than zero.
Great.
Oh,
Do
okay.
they get superheroes?
Is it sci-fi? Or is it just a name that they've taken then to not? It's not a pun.
Well, that's right.
This seems to be all about drugs.
Okay, well
Right.
that fits.
Well, yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Okay.
Miracle
enhancement.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go. Director for this episode is Susan Dieter, back from Godfellas.
Theatre.
This is another swan song, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
wow, they're dropping like flies.
They're dropping before but they're getting out before the boat sinks.
Ooh. James, would you like?
So this is just to let you know about Susan Dieter.
James?
I called you James for some
Sorry to
reason.
interrupt, Sean. Just quickly. Don't call me James ever
I would
again.
say James. I
Would
don't
you
know
rather
why.
her call you bitch?
Yes! I'm the only one that hasn't got a bitch treatment yet.
Beach Josh.
So Susan Dieter, don't worry, she's got her hands in a lot of other pies. She's not only a director, she's also a storyboard artist, a makeup artist, a set decorator, and an animator.
Dang.
And she would really leave her print soul with all those pies on them.
Yeah,
Oh my
A real
God.
Renaissance woman.
She
It's
is.
fantastic.
who is not a Renaissance woman is the writer Ron Weiner.
We have gone real loopy.
I feel like this
worst-
episode has imbued us with a real sense of stupidity.
Yeah.
The worst
It's a
part
really
is
dumb
we
episode.
laugh every
Every
time
time.
you say it.
Weiner last wrote A Pharaoh to Remember. And all these episodes include a character dancing.
Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I
Well,
like
you
that.
know, sometimes wieners like to move around.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
we.
speaking of someone with a wiener,
Can
support-
confirm.
Yeah,
Can confirm.
Air date for this episode is March the 2nd, 2003. Phil, I present you with a challenge.
Yes.
30 seconds or less.
Oh, you wanted in 30 seconds or less?
Plot
Wow,
synopsis.
coming at you hot.
Leela is going to meet her parents. She has to get them a surface pass, so they're going to come up for one day. The Leela and Fry get a injured putting together super collider, and they use some miracle cream that turns them into superheroes. They try to foil a heist on the same day. She's going to meet her parents, and she ends up missing the appointment with her parents. So she tells them that she's a superhero. They find out, get kidnapped, and they have to go and rescue her.
You need to breathe like a bagpiper, is what you need to do.
Ooh, that's the episode.
Nice. And we killed
How are you
Phil
feeling?
in
Are
the
you
process.
needing some miracle cream, Phil?
I was going to go through that in a lot more detail, but
did.
yes, I would love some.
You did less than hero and less than 30.
Yeah,
So
I
well
probably
done.
was a bit over, but I did my best.
Guys, what do we think?
It's fun.
It's good. It's fun. It's wacky.
I think maybe.
I have a really absurd streak. I love silliness.
Yeah.
It is
and
a very
I
silly
just-
episode.
So silly. And it's got that kind of, it really dives, it leans super hard into the silliness and the
Yeah.
60s superhero aesthetic and everything.
The moment it starts, the camera angle shifts into that old Batman
Yeah.
Dutch
Yeah.
angle. It's like, okay,
Great.
we're in
now.
now.
And everything is dumb. Captain Yesterday, whatever his name is.
Captain
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And there's also
Everything's
like
stupid.
jokes that normally I would be like, this is a terrible joke.
It's
But I
aesthetic.
still gotta laugh at it. Like, stop, or my robot will shoot you. Get him, Andrew. Yeah.
And his name is Andrew.
Like, this is just a terrible joke.
It's
But
also
like, I
this was-
laughed.
It's great.
So,
It's great.
This was written when superhero films were just getting the resurgence, because
All right, okay,
you're coming off the back of Spider-Man and X-Men 2.
Yeah.
The real
when,
early days,
when
yeah.
superheroes really started coming to the
that
public
was like a
lexicon
good,
again.
those are some good movies.
So,
Yeah.
like, for this episode is actually timely for the period that it's in. Actually,
Yeah,
so,
it still is. I mean, because
Is
they've
that
only
why
got more
Leela
popular.
mentions Thor?
Yeah,
Are we going
yeah.
for a comic? I just feel like I went 10 rounds with the mighty Thor.
I feel like a
That's it.
mold
I
by
f-
Jesus.
I really like that idea that Jesus is like a wild
It's
animal.
probably
It's a comic
zombie,
book
zombie
character.
Jesus.
Zombie Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, zombie Jesus.
Sweet zombie Jesus.
What? Is that
Yeah,
a...
Zombie Jesus
Ah.
was something that Farnsworth said a couple of times, and then I think around season 6 and 7 they actually
But
physically bring in Zombie
Jesus
Jesus.
They
is
do,
a zombie?
Yeah.
Like all
They get-
Catholics? We all know all good Catholics are zombies.
Zombies? Wow.
Yeah.
We
that's-
get-
That took a turn.
you-
Hi, Zachary.
I'm
Kwanzaa
pretty
bot
sure I've
first.
said this in an old podcast. I've said it in Imaginauts, but if you're Catholic, you have to be buried whole so that you can come back.
Yes, you do. Yeah,
When Jesus brings us all back,
Yeah.
You're
Unless-
literally
you don't
coming
wanna
out of
be
the
in
ground.
bits.
Unless
you know
it's
what I'm
that
saying?
second coming and it's not Catholic Jesus, but Jewish Jesus.
Oh no!
I'm also really kind of partial to this episode because I love superheroes in
yeah.
general and
Yeah.
anything to do with them. So give me Futurama and give me superheroes.
I do love the whole. Why is Leela's logo for Clubberella a rolling pin?
rolling pin.
I hate it
It's
so
60s,
much.
there you
that
go.
shrewish woman
It's
trope,
that
isn't
thing.
it?
No, I think it's the other trope because there's only two for women in comic books, where it's like, you can either be like the wife who ends up getting killed, or you can
Women
be
in
like
refrigerators.
strong female character, and I'm putting that in quotation marks. And the only thing that makes you strong is you have boob plates and a very revealing outfit, and you go, "Don't call me baby." That's your
I
kind
think,
of character.
yeah. I mean, I guess the for me
That's
the rolling
what the
pin.
outfit is.
Yeah, the outfit is
Yeah.
certainly that.
But shoot, yeah.
Where did Bender get them?
I
Because he had 3 costumes.
all prepared.
Yeah.
And before that, like that conversation happens, like they tell him during the conversation,
Yeah.
that they're going to be superheroes.
Yeah.
yeah.
We know he's got a lot of shit
He
stored
just
away.
has 3 costumes.
Here's the even dodgier part of it is that he comes down and he says, "Hey, my friend said that
Yeah.
you guys got mugged." Which, how did the friend
The
know
robot.
that he?
No, I
knew
think it's even
them?
more explicit. I think he says, "My friend tried to
Yeah.
mug you guys."
But what the thing is that
Could still be the
the
robot.
fact that Bender knew it and the Bender knew that they were the two that got mugged leads me to believe that Bender orchestrated that mugging.
Yes, probably.
I don't think he's
Why?
that cruel to the people he
But he knows-
kind of
I
deals
think
with.
he
I
is.
think he
He
is.
deals with.
I think you're right that he is that cruel.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would have done that because I don't know what he could have gained from it.
Bender would have found that hilarious.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Bender, but
Yeah.
Bender had not. But Bender wouldn't have been there to truly enjoy the comedy of the moment.
Well, he sees the after effect.
I do love that, like, the dude blows through all of his pretense of, like, pre-mugging
Oh, yeah.
really quickly. My aunt is very sick and I need money for the bus and also I'm
From
robbing
Jersey
you.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't believe that story for 1 second.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm mugging you.
Yeah.
It's just amateur hour.
But there's no
You
problem
know.
in Jersey.
There's no bus that goes to Jersey. It's great.
They won't
Yeah.
cotton onto the right part of piece of information
Yeah.
at all.
Fry as Captain yesterday. I
You
don't
got a
know
bit of
what
a-
the
Get
I
some
don't know.
feelers?
Well, I don't know what the miracle cream's doing, but he's looking very spelt
Do you have a thing for flares as well? As
on me.
Do you have a thing for
Anyone-
you?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
so you were quite literally imagining yourself in his pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know about you, but
It's a
I've
good
got
look.
I've got a little. I got a little thing for Citizen Snips.
Oh,
Citizen Snips! Oh, wait, I can segue into my... Yeah!
Oh no!
Because I was
Sorry,
like,
Sean.
I was
I've
like,
unleashed her.
you know what? The most unbelievable thing about this episode is that Teddy Roosevelt would ever be afraid of Citizen Snips or anything else for that matter.
Pretty
And I
badass
looked
guy.
it up. I was looking up, Teddy Roosevelt facts about him and animals. He shot over 512 animals in his lifetime, like big game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You read Teddy Roosevelt history. It's
he's-
amazing.
Monster.
Yeah. But also on the fun side of like animal facts about he had the most pets in terms of like his time at the White House, and he had a small bear.
So he had a teddy bear.
Wait, they all have names as well. He had a small bear called Jonathan Edwards,
Nice.
a
Mr.
lizard named Bill, guinea pigs named Admiral Dewey, Dr. Johnson, Bishop Dwayne, Fighting Bob Evans, and Father O'Grady.
Fighting Bob Evans is going to be my new burlesque
Yeah,
name.
it's a great name, isn't it? Maud the pig, Josiah the badger.
Oh, that's
So-
so good.
Teddy Roosevelt had a badger. I
Yeah.
don't know if it had
Had
nothing
a
left to
dark-
lose.
Yeah, dark past.
Eli Yale, the blue macaw, Baron Spreckle the hen, a one-legged rooster, a hyena, a barn owl, Peter the rabbit, and I can't pronounce this, Algonquin the pony.
Algonquin.
And Algonquin was so beloved that when the president's son Archie was sick in bed, his brothers... There's a lot of ridiculous names in this. His brothers Kermit and Quentin brought the pony up to his room in the elevator.
Not even Quentin. Quentin.
But Algonquin was so captivated by his own reflection in the elevator mirror that it was hard to get him out. Oh, bitch, same.
Happens
Oh, that was my
Oh,
third
you
bitch,
bitches.
Sean! Why you said it now?
You're off the podcast.
Oh, so I was quoting.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll let
Ellen,
guys
you can have my
anyway.
last two
I can
bitches
say
if you want.
bitch as many times as I like.
No, you've
Okay.
used one of them.
Bender. Functions.
A lot.
Saw.
Yep.
He's an,
Igar.
Spanner.
he's an
Igar.
alert for
Yes,
the
he's an alert for
the mayor. The mayor's, like,
New
distress.
Justice
Yep.
team.
Yep.
New Justice team.
Tape measure return knob for his arm to come back.
Yes.
He's actually got the
Yeah,
little...
retractable arm that goes very, very long way.
And he can open his door. Just...
Yes, just by thinking about it. Yeah.
Is there
It's
anything else?
very impressive.
The ability to finally tell what's right and wrong.
No.
Which is just wrong.
Oh, when did we get that function?
Oh, briefly, he was like as the king. He's like as the king. This,
I also just from a bringing back to the superhero aspect, I enjoy that the first time that they are mugged is right by an alleyway.
Because always.
Yeah.
it's always-
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always bad.
But
It's always
also
Batman.
life.
I love
Just
the.
like-
Stay out of alleyways, kids,
Yeah.
because
I
you're
love
gonna
this.
get fucked up.
Uh-huh. I love the montage where it's just criminals literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Just every inch of the city has
Oh.
got people
I
with
mean, New York.
with eye masks
Yeah.
on
Oh,
and
yeah.
bags with dollar signs
Yeah.
on them. Just like the cheesiest. And everything about this episode is
You know, if
Thoroughly
someone
cheesy.
robbed me, but they were dressed like an old timey thief,
yeah,
let it
like
away.
with
Black
a
and
with
white
a
stripes.
with a giant bag with
Swag.
a dollar, I wouldn't be mad.
no.
Especially if you were robbed by the
Respect.
Hamburglar.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Literally thinking that.
Tiptoeing away, like
I think they reuse an animation in this episode as well.
Whoa.
Not in a bad way. Like you know when they show the three breaking into the bank and getting out of it. They show the three robbers getting out of the bank and running away.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty certain that's the same animation from when they So I Dated a Robot, when they break into the internet, because there's 3 robbers that break into a
Oh, really?
a bank that looks exactly like that, and you see them hop out, look around, and run away.
God damn,
well,
you gotta
you
get-
know,
Can't get
Robert.
anything past you.
You're
You
making,
know, I'm
you're-
like,
you're making me. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
We
now.
don't want
yeah,
we don't
please
want
confirm.
robbers writing in about unfair portrayals.
I feel like my profession has been made into a cliche. I also did that joke a little bit longer so Sean could pick up his book that he dumped on the ground.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
I just had little details. I love Captain Yesterday's little logo pendant.
Yeah.
What
it's
is
really-
the logo?
So it's obviously the circle. It's got the C there, and then it's got the Y over it.
Okay.
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
Y makes the peace sign, but
Yeah,
then they've also
yeah.
got the C, and it's just
Yeah, cool, cool,
Am
cool.
I wrong in thinking he looks extra svelte though as Captain Yesterday?
Well, here's
Is
the-
it just the
No, I
like
think
the
you're right.
leotard that just like
Whenever
sucks
Fry-
He
everything?
normally
in?
just wears a really loose t-shirt, right?
Whenever
So-
Fry
Yeah.
wears something else, he usually looks like Fry in uniform.
Yeah.
is great. Fry with his lovely brown jacket that he wears to dinner
Yeah.
looks very schmick. Fry
Yeah.
as Captain Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just his
And he's
posture.
also from the past.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, because he's wearing like high heels, essentially platforms. So
disco
that would like
platforms.
kind of pop out your calves, but also like heels make you often
He
stand
also
a little
has-
bit straighter, pop the booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
yeah.
He stands in that kind of 60s way, where he's the kind of night fever kind of way, where he
Work
pops his
it.
bum out.
I
Now-
also feel like we're not talked about Leela's parents at all, because that's like...
Oh, we probably should, huh?
there's- I mean, like, this is
They're
a
back.
fun, wacky episode, but there's actually some genuine heart here as well.
Yeah.
They're so tragic, aren't they?
Yeah,
they
so good.
just they're so overly concerned.
Yeah.
yeah.
To the point of ridiculousness.
Yeah, absolutely. Even like when Leela's meeting with her parents, like to apologize for the fact that she couldn't see them, is that wonderful joke of her tearing off to reveal the costume and then tearing off the costume to reveal the clothes, even though none of that makes any sense.
No,
but
none
it's
at all.
absolutely the
Well,
best.
her
I love
mum's.
tearing
I
off
love,
clothes
and I
jokes.
also love how her mum's very happy about that because mums love layers.
But did the costume have to be so revealing? It's
Yeah.
just like that wonderful bit.
Oh, mum!
They also nailed that thing of the parents' ability to
Guilt
Be-
trip you
yeah.
into the
Yeah.
next year.
be simultaneously nice and forgiving, but also
Nagging and
nagging and
It's
snarky.
the worst, isn't it?
It's the one where they go, you don't have to apologize for standing us up on the only visit to the surface
Yeah.
we'll ever
Yeah.
get.
Such a loaded, such a loaded
Also,
statement.
they
They're not
this-
meaning to dig.
No.
They
Yeah.
just
accidental.
they just
They-
can't help it.
They have this amazing
also,
ability to be, I call it optimistically pessimistic.
Yeah.
They say the most horrible, depressing things with such a happy tone. It's
Yeah.
like, it's fine. It's fine that you hate us.
Yeah.
it'll mean you'll be less sad when we die.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is the one.
That's
That
such
is
a
the
great
one that gets-
line.
And it's also very, like, I don't know, there's just something tragic that he spends the time. It takes him a couple of seconds to open the manhole cover and get in.
Yeah.
But he takes the time to put out those cones so no
Yeah.
one goes in the way.
Yeah.
They go down, take the cones.
They're
Like,
such typical
Oh.
parents,
Yeah.
aren't they?
They're genuinely caring. which
And
is
I
awesome.
do love the thing of like, it's natural for kids to be a little embarrassed of their parents.
Yeah.
It's also natural for parents to be a little disappointed in
Yeah.
their kids.
Not that
And-
we're disappointed in you.
Yeah,
Just-
like,
maybe you could call more often.
yeah.
and
I need to call
why
more
not
often.
use some mouthwash? It's
Yeah.
such a
That's nasty.
Also, I love that.
nasty.
I love that Maurice is like responsible for everything there as well. Like, not even like a second passes of him in the boat. Nothing is said. He's just like, yeah, so my daughter's Clobberella.
yeah.
Leela is
Well,
Clobberella?
that's a very dad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was the same with my dad. Like
Yeah.
if I did like I'd meet people from his work or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, so you did the saxophone?" Huh? And I'm like, "Oh my god, what the fuck has he been saying? What the- I picked it up last week. Oh my god, Dad, like
This
calm
is why
down."
I've never really been able to tell my parents a lot of things because confidentiality agreements, because I know that they'll blab.
Yeah.
So we also know now the mother's name. If it wasn't said before, it was on the little note.
Miranda.
Miranda. So
Miranda
Taronga,
Morris.
Taronga Morris and Taronga
Yeah.
Miranda.
Also, my introduction to my favorite two mutants now as well. Big
Big
ears
Ma-
and Big
Big-
Mouth.
Gotcha.
Just for that joke.
So
Oh,
good.
my God.
Oh god.
And in that sequence of rapid fire jokes as well is so my daughter's Clobberella. Oh, you're pulling me
Yeah.
from the leg mutant.
Yeah. I heard Phil
I
just go
didn't
bit the
get
go.
Oh, yeah, but it's a nice kind
that's
of.
good.
oh.
That's good.
I didn't get that pun the first time.
You didn't
It
get
went
it?
past me. It went
Wow.
past me. Then you mentioned, I'm like,
That's
"Ooh, clever,
surprising.
clever."
In your
Clever.
intro, we skipped a bit,
What?
which is the introducing part, and introducing the zookeeper. We talk about the zookeeper.
Yes.
What a ridiculous villain!
Putting
I
me
love
behind
him.
bars would have been a better statement.
I'm not sure about that.
He's
I
very
like
right.
captivity.
So do
think
I.
It's a better joke.
Captivity
No.
Yeah, I think it's down to taste. You know.
Oh, I love
depends
how
on
he
the
says.
Barnes joke.
I love
Yeah.
how he says a more delicious
Delicious.
pun or
Delicious.
something.
Ah.
He's so campy.
absolutely captive. 'Cause animals
You know
are
what?
captive.
He lives the brand, and that's
Yes,
the most
he
important
does.
thing about a villain.
And we learned
Live
that the
your
most
brand.
dangerous animal is the zookeeper.
You can get off me anytime now. There's
Hawk,
lovely
fetch.
interplay.
Yeah, that was
Also,
seemed
why is the
unnecessary.
crime scheduled?
yeah, so
Yes.
good.
That's
He even has that line. It's like,
You
sorry,
s-
I'm late. It's a wonderful story.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and we never learn the story of why the
it's
zookeeper's
great.
late. It's infuriating.
Just as a quick side note on English. Is
The language in which we
is,
speak,
is
yes, go on.
schedule-
In-
is the pronunciation scheduled incorrect?
Australians
or is it just another...
say scheduled.
Scheduled.
I'm
I would
pretty
say
certain you're
scheduled.
allowed
Because
to
I
If
say,
my
My
because
dad
I
was
say
around,
scheduled.
he'd beat you over the head.
I would say scheduled.
Sean, there's a little song that we know. It's like, you say either, I say either. Let's
Yeah.
call the whole
I'm just
thing.
making sure it's a geographic
Oh.
thing, not a
You
one's
say
wrong thing.
potato.
I say savings.
I've never met anyone who said potato in my
Potato.
life.
Artistic
GLaDOS
license.
does.
I want to meet one. One of those people.
I got turned into a
All
potato.
right. Well,
Mr.
write
Pota-
in.
Mr. Potato Head.
Well, schedule is American,
Schedule's American.
so
Oh,
we
that
say
explains a lot.
schedule.
I don't.
We say
I should.
thongs, they say flip flops.
Also, as a little tidbit
They
of information,
say, "Give me my guns,"
Um,
and we're like, "No, they kill people."
Susan Dieter got her
Sean has something to say.
15-year-old niece to do one of the layout frames for a Bender shot.
Oh, lovely.
Gave a little job to her 15-year-old niece. Probably didn't get paid for
Great.
it,
Yeah.
but just yeah.
15 years old though, like
Yeah.
that's
young.
great.
You laid it out wrong. Let the professionals do
I
it.
feel I haven't been
To
able
the
to,
pile. There you go.
feel I haven't been able to say this in about a year. Don't hit the table.
I love the cat snake as well. Lila's parents, they have a cat snake.
Yeah, cat with the tail of a snake.
Yeah, so much better than like a.
Wait a minute, where was that?
It's at the very beginning when they're doing a hollow video.
Oh, it is too.
And they,
yeah.
No, video call, whatever.
I like fingers.
the snake.
The
In
snake.
general, or
Fingers of the snake.
Yeah.
His other
Oh,
accomplice.
speaking of the animals, that woman dies tragically by the elephant.
Oh yeah, look, I'm gonna say there would be a lot of carnage because
Body count is high.
the animals released. I saw one of them and I was like, oh, I wouldn't want to fuck with that.
Yeah.
And then that happened like 10 times after. So like a kangaroo would like disembowel you. That's
Yeah,
not fun.
They fuck you up. Yeah.
A hippo is like one of the most dangerous animals in
Yeah.
Africa. In
Terrifying.
Africa,
Yeah.
like
let alone the middle of New York City.
exactly.
New York, sorry.
There was a moose. Something with
A
answers.
yak. It was a yak.
Yes,
It's a yak.
Okay.
Because the
It's
sound
definitely
went
a
yak, and that's the joke.
I don't know because
There
I
was
know
an eagle?
I know
Eagle?
moose are very like dangerous,
Meese.
but I don't.
Yes.
Meese.
Nope.
You say
I
moose.
said
You
moose
say- you
for
say
a
moose,
reason.
We say meese.
Moose und
Yeah,
skvil.
well, you're allowed to be wrong.
Let's
but
go the
moose is
whole
right.
thing
Yeah,
out.
let's go. What else was there?
There was a
The
badger
hawk.
inside a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Badger with a tragic back. No, was it a?
It's a tragic past or
Yeah.
dark past and nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
And also, of course,
Mr. Snips!
Citizen
Snips!
What is it they say about other than his name?
Who's
He's
this?
just a crab.
The Citizen Snips.
His name is
and a crab seldom forgot or something.
No, but they said
Seldom remembered. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
they just they gave him a normal name and then said also, aka
Snips!
Teddy Roosevelt. Got a champ. I also love like as soon as they show
Museum
Teddy,
founder.
yeah, well, the fact that he's there as well and he's glaring at everyone as they go to put money in. He's like, "Yeah, do it,
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt."
I wouldn't want to disappoint Teddy
like,
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Dang.
basically the sign said you can only come in if you give a suggested donation of $5, which means you don't have to, but always evil,
Yeah.
evil man.
There are some really stupid things in this.
Oh,
that I
absolutely.
love. Like 9-10. A big fat hen.
Oh,
I'm Ben.
Bender.
This makes no sense,
also
but I love
when,
it.
When
I love it.
Leela, it's a really good gag, her flushing the tickets down to her
Yes.
parents as a way of delivering. But then also,
We're in here too.
we're in here too, yeah, Bender and Fry.
Why were you in there?
Bender has like Bender and Fry. I think have some of the best lines in this episode. Just like little like you can get off me now, or like that was redundant. I was
The
like,
quips all throughout this episode are the best.
Well, it's
Like,
probably
it's so
to
quip
be
heavy.
like one of those, Batman things where it's like,
yeah.
it has to be fast and like,
Yeah.
and kind of funny in tone. So
Oh,
just
I
very.
like the
Oh, yeah.
the crown.
We are not amused.
We don't amuse.
Yeah.
Puts it away
A lot of
again.
them are like anti-quips though, which is great.
Yeah.
It's just like Zookeeper gives him like a quip, and Fry's like, oh, it's just like really upset. It's like, lovely.
Also, can we have a chat to Fry about what you should and should not do with a potential date and love interest? Birth certificate.
Birth certificate.
Yeah.
I always give
address
out.
and phone number.
I always
believe.
give my birth certificate out to hotties, so I don't know. What you're
Well,
talking
that's
about.
fine then.
I've also had my identity stolen like
Yeah.
5 times.
These are related in any way.
But they seem like such nice guys.
You got a bad barometer.
I have a type.
Maybe that's why Leela's a bit off Fry. And it's like, look, just stop
Yeah.
giving me your birth certificate.
Yeah, that's right. I've got 15 copies. now.
Also, would
Also,
would
how
Fry
would
have
he
it?
have a birth
Yeah.
certificate?
I'm pretty certain the.
If it was kept in a locker or something, it would have to be
I mean,
airtight.
you can reissue birth certificates.
But would it be? I
Going
mean,
back
the
that
world's
far?
been like crushed and brought up so many times. Surely it's
Yeah.
lost to the annals of.
Yeah, but you can print off a new one. It's the future.
Whatever.
He's been re-registered.
Yeah, exactly. Very
Yeah.
simple. Hey, I've worked with birth certificates for a very
How?
long time.
You've worked with side by side with them.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting
Yeah.
people's birth certificates. It's easy.
I have a question. How old is IKEA? Because for me, it seems like a very new thing, but I'm
No.
aware that
IKEA,
it's...
I reckon's a
In
90s, 80s.
Australia, it showed up quite late.
Yeah.
So, like,
been
watching
around forever.
Rewatching this episode, I was like, oh, I get all of these IKEA
Yeah,
jokes
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Because I never got them when I first saw it.
Terrible
Am I right in
Swedish
saying
accent.
suppose it's supposed to be IKEA?
What?
That's what I heard. That.
Please.
Well,
I
what's
mean, there's the door.
I mean, I don't say that.
Oh, it's
but-
back to
but
the
I've heard
GIF
that
GIF thing all over
Oh.
again.
Yeah, some of those.
I was about to say, this is the pronunciation podcast, really.
Okay.
Pronunciation.
IKEA was founded in 1943.
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
And they've
Hey.
nearly given us every single piece
So
ever since.
that's 75 years ago.
I like the detail that the IKEA
Meatballs are
Super
rancid?
Collider. Yes,
rancid
that.
meatballs,
But
yeah.
it's delivered by like an IKEA style cabinet.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
crap
piece
in it.
of Swedish
with
crap.
with a terrible Swedish accent.
And the wheel snaps off.
Ngadung,
and the
ngadung.
shelf comes
Yeah.
off.
It might as well be like Leif Erikson from
Yeah.
SpongeBob. Ngadung, the Swedish chef.
The opening Bender swipe when they're all playing cards. Hey, guess who I just got off on the phone with?
No.
Yeah. I wish I could do that when people are like, oh, guess
Guess
what
what?
I did today?
No.
No.
Oh, my
not
favorite
Cassie.
line.
You can do that.
If I want to be a dick
Yes.
to everyone.
What do you mean be a dick?
My favorite line in the entire episode is Zoidberg gets some balls.
No.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, what do we have? Super strength, super speed, an ability to call
Control.
an army of animals. Hey, Zoidberg, get over here.
Command sea creatures.
Screw you!
It's one of the, and just immediately they're both like, nope, don't got that.
Yeah. So rare as well, I feel, for Zoidberg to not come for a summons.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. It's very
usually
out of
he's so
character.
Yeah.
desperate.
Similarly, Zoidberg's like monologue is about how he got the miracle cream, and it's like,
Yeah.
step right up, he said,
Yep.
and he was gone 2 hours later with $60 of my dollars, but I
I
was
have
the
the-
one who won the
$60
miracle cream.
is I would pay $60
Yeah.
to have miracle
Miracle
cream
cream.
Yeah,
and
it
like
really works.
superpowers.
Yeah.
Also grows a cloaca, not balls. That's what he has. He has a cloaca.
Yes.
That's the thing that birds have.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, birds and it's
Whatever
just kind
Zoidberg
of,
is.
It's just kind of like an
Decapodium.
opening for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's one hole fits all.
Flim Flam.
Yep.
Dr. Flim Flam.
Dr. Flim
Dr.
Flam.
I was
Flim
trying to
Flam's
find
miracle
the because I
Flim
don't.
Flam is nonsense.
Yeah.
Yes, but I didn't know where it came from.
Oh,
But
that's good. Yeah.
Flim is an old Norse word
Ah.
meaning kind of mockery.
Mm.
I think maybe they just added flam to like
That's Flim Flam.
Jazz it up.
Yeah.
Flim Flam.
jazz it up, yeah.
Bunkum.
I don't know why I'm
Probably
doing
something that
Swedish
the
accent.
English came up with as a sort of play on flim as well. I don't know.
Flim Flam. Flow.
Jiminy jam, jim jam.
This flim you have.
Nonsensical or
I'm going to
insincere
add flam
talk.
and it's
But
mine
the origin,
now.
Sean, the
Yeah,
origin.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Have some.
I'm giving her all she's
Have
got.
some fucking.
Bunkum.
I love
Poppycock.
the
Tosh.
vending machine of illegal
Illegal fireworks.
fireworks.
Yes.
But not a bad idea, as we've found out. I can't remember. I think it's Canada where they had like a vending machine of stuff that you could use for crack paraphernalia.
Oh,
And because it is in a vending machine and it's near some sort of drug resource clinic, but like because it's in a vending machine, so people can get it like in a safe way, and like the materials are all new and clean, so they're not going to get like nothing. Yes, they're still using crack,
Yeah.
but at least they're using it somewhat safely.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is
I
a-
mean-
I feel like this this very good idea does not translate to fireworks.
No.
though.
Yeah.
Especially when you might be accidentally shot by lasers.
But we'll take this moment to say that we believe in treating the person.
Oh yeah. And if you're
and
if you're
not
ever
denying-
gonna do anything, and this is not just in terms of drugs, but like whatever you do it safely. You
That's
know,
right.
like
And
Make sure you do it.
Always bring a friend.
stop doing. We did this last time where we tried to
That's right.
convince people to do LSD, but don't do it unless you're gonna do it and then watch June,
Or
Which I feel like-
Dark Side
which
of
we aren't
Dark
going
Side
to
of
do.
Wizard
which
World.
we're not doing and we haven't done.
Look,
and
don't-
you,
shirts.
you can't prove anything.
Don't do
But do
LSD, but if you do bring us along, we'll be
And
great
make sure you do
company.
it. Flim Flam was first
Subliminal
recorded in
advertisement.
the year 1540.
It's an old
First
word.
recorded.
First
Yes.
recorded
So-
reference.
Dr.
F-
Flim Flam, pioneer of medical research.
F shirts for people with arms on both sides.
I do want to make a baby beard shirt and just
Make
make,
an
it
F
An
shirt.
F
Yeah.
shirt.
I feel like that is really like the two types of shirts. to
What are
make.
you gonna
make
do
one
with
that's,
your
like,
arm
too
on the
small,
other
then it's an F
side?
shirt.
Is it just going to be pinned down to your like chest?
What
Or
does she
you're gonna
actually-
you're gonna have to reach across your chest
Absolutely.
to poke it out
For
through
those
the other
following
hole.
along at home, everyone around the table is
making an F
demonstrating
shirt.
how to wear an F shirt. as
Either
a
that or we're
t-shirt
doing,
person.
we like doing Thriller.
If you've seen,
Yeah.
if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, when they do the wobbly arms, it looks exactly like that.
Unfortunately, we're not anime characters. But I did have I did have like a weird kind of reference when he's like, "Stop, or my robot will shoot you," and he's got a tiny little hand-sized
Yeah.
robot. I don't know if anyone's seen Angelic Layer.
Is that an anime or?
Yeah. It was an anime and a manga, and like, it's like
Nine.
it's the precursor to Chobits, which is another very girly
Oh.
like
Yeah,
anime, but
Oh, is that-
whatever. All right, cool.
Ellen,
That's
our bus. We're just
Whoa.
gonna.
that's fine. It's about little robots that you can control with your mind, but that's fun. Have
Like
fun
Megabots?
being a misogynist. What?
What? Whoa! You didn't play the M card.
Yeah.
I love
We
Transformers.
just don't like your stupid cartoons.
It's a very cute little anime, and it's like
Yeah.
it's basically kind of like Pokemon, but like
With robots.
with robots
Nice.
that are
Aw.
kind of like
Oh.
doll sized, and you make them yourself, and then you control them with your brain, and they
It's
and
not-
fight.
It's other ways that you're different that we're mocking, not that you're a
No.
woman. So
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm
mean,
just a bad
I
person.
was mocking her for being a woman.
okay,
Well, that's
oh,
fine.
moving on.
If
We
there's one
can
thing you
throw
can take
down
away from this,
outside.
I
we're
will
all
die.
we're all bitches, so it's fine.
That's
Oh,
this must be the
speaking
one-
of throwing down as a woman,
Oh.
I love Leela's like fight move where she like grabs a guy between her thighs and like flips, I don't know, like
Spins about
10
8
around a
times
lot
or
of
something.
times.
She gets mad air on this. But it's like it's from I'm thinking Krav Maga kind of styles of fighting where it is very like grapply, and I've seen like a tiny like a woman my size, and I'm like
You're like 5'3".
yeah.
And it's the size of a matchbox for everyone at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
a woman my size. No, but like, yeah, someone who's like 5'3" or kind of taking on a 6-foot dude. And she basically does like the Black Widow thing of like, she jumps up onto his, like, grabs his kind of neck with her thighs and flips him the whole way down. And it's so good.
Yeah.
When we were watching this episode, when Leela pulled off that movie, you were just like, yes!
Yeah.
Like fist pumping the air.
It was really
and-
good.
Yeah.
Just go!
And then
You
Ellen
could
got
feel-
up and
yeah.
flung us all against the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
You could feel the energy in the room raise quite dramatically.
Yeah.
It was like, Ellen is happy.
It's a good move.
It is a hell of a move, even without the superpowers.
Oh, yeah. There's
Oh,
a woman who
yeah.
can crush watermelons that way. And it's
Oh, you
like,
met my ex.
oh, dang. All right.
Why do you think I kept this girlish figure?
I don't know. Was she
Watermelon.
constantly crushing you between her thighs?
It's like a corset.
He wants to
Anyway.
wrap up, guys. He's like,
No, I did that every
doing
now and then
the
where
stare.
Oh, wait. Hermes is going to kill someone?
yeah. With piano wire.
And Sean's not wrapping up
which
anymore.
is a very
And that's-
intimate way to kill someone.
Yeah.
It's quite personal.
Yeah.
What's our opinion? Unarmed or with a weapon? Piano wire.
Oh,
I'd say
no,
it's
that's a
with a
weapon.
weapon.
That's with a weapon.
Weapon. I think it's pretty clear.
Anything that's not your bare hands is a
Yeah,
weapon.
that's what I
Wait,
She
wait.
said bare hands or a weapon. He's not doing it bare hands.
We need to go to Hitman the game series for Logic because
No,
they
we
just got-
don't.
Yeah, we do. It's yes and improv, Ellen. Yes and.
I'm using the Bender idea here of just being
No.
like, no.
No.
Okay,
It's
fine.
It's an object. It's an
It's a
object.
weapon.
It's an object.
It's an object. It's not bare hands, which is the other. It's not unarmed.
Or
it's bare hands.
what would you
Yes.
count bare hands as? Using the hands of a bear.
Second Amendment.
Yeah, the right to bear arms.
They planned
yeah.
for that. Probably Teddy Roosevelt planned for that, having a little pet
Oh
there.
my God, Illuminati confirmed.
You all right? What happened there?
It was the Illuminati.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just choking on how much of a basic bitch I am.
Yeah. So for all you basic bitches out there, let's get on. let's get on.
Just for Josh.
Let's get on to a vote.
James.
I'll go first.
Less Than Hero versus our current winner, Leela's Homeworld.
Ooh.
Phil?
So if you listened last week, I said the thing that tipped Lily's Homeworld over the top is that it has like this core of heart. This show doesn't. This episode doesn't have that, but it's so good. It's so funny. It's stupid. It felt like it was written for me. It's just like you like totally absurd, nonsensical jokes and just pushing things to the extreme, don't you, Phil? Here's your episode. So I'm voting for this.
Yeah, what Phil said. And also, as I said, I'm partial to those superhero episodes, and as part of my what do we call it? My
Your trifecta of
Your formula.
good episode.
my
Yeah.
formula. If one dips down, the other one or
Must
the two have
rise
to
to
bring
meet
it up.
it.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think it does here with the comedy.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and the sci-fi.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
it
it
has
brings
it
up-
has a specific '60s hero aesthetic thing to parody, right? That's the thing
Yeah.
it's hooked onto,
Yeah.
and it does it really well
Yes.
with the songs. The songs are so good.
Silly,
Which
like
it
it's
has
almost
to
like
come from Ken Keeler.
it's
'cause Ken
almost
Keeler's
like
out.
Rob Liefeld level of like overkill in costumes where it's like, and super king, he's a king and he's super, and,
Yeah,
and it's
it's like
like,
You're
wow,
my liege.
you really just based this character on what a cool costume would be, didn't you?
I was thinking the comedy sketch with Stan Lee. It's like a wall man. He's a wall.
Yeah.
Who's also a man.
But also that's what Rob
Now-
Liefeld
Yeah,
did when
exactly.
he was a
Based on how this vote goes, do I need to get my phone ready?
Yeah.
You go first.
Wow. How about we both go at the same time? No, I. You get me? No, I am going to side with the boys this time. I think that
Sorry.
this episode.
Does every episode have to be like a gender thing?
When did
I
this
think
become dogging on Ellen? I thought we were shitting all over Sean. I thought that was the podcast.
Yeah.
That is more alliterative.
No,
Yeah.
we ended up.
Dogging on Ellen doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sean.
No,
It was amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, the reason this episode, like, there is just enough heart from what I really liked in Leela's Homeworld, but also the fun of Kif gets knocked up a notch, the fun of
Bam.
the fun of Love and Rockets, like it's all of those turned up to 11, and the heart is nowhere near as much as Leela's Homeworld, but there is still a nice message here amidst all the wacky craziness, and it's nice to see Leela getting along with her parents, and I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
That's what they
It
used
is
to tie it
nice.
up, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
that little bit of heart they have running through where they
Yeah.
go, yeah, it's okay for your parents or your children not to be perfect. Like
And
everything's okay if you let it be.
It's nice
also-
to revisit the parents so quickly
Yeah.
after Leela's Homeworld, too.
Because it would be so easy to have that episode and then just not see the parents
Yeah.
again because they're like, oh, we've covered that,
Which
basically.
is
But it's
an old
like,
school
huh?
cartoon logic thing. They introduce something and then it's like, and we'll never mention
Yeah.
it ever again.
Or it's very like Simpsons where it's like, none
Yeah.
of these characters
Yeah.
can grow.
yeah.
they need to end up exactly where they were at the beginning.
And even
And then
going into what I remember of Teenage Mutant Leela's Hurdles, there's even more growth with the parents there as well. And I think that when that episode comes around, I'm going to be like, that one is going to be better than this one. Because it's also wacky and it's also that family touch, that like finding your place. But that's future Josh's problem. I like this episode a lot. It's wacky, but it's also got a little bit of heart.
Not
Well,
that it really
look,
matters,
my
Ellen,
vote's
but
redu-
where'd you go?
Fuck you.
We are really savage at all each other.
What
tonight.
happened?
Oh,
It's the end of
bitch.
Yeah, look, for me,
Yeah.
it's still Leela's Homeworld, but I really do enjoy this episode. I think maybe just for some of those anti-jokes are just too obvious, where I'm like, what? Like, Come on, guys.
No such thing.
But yeah, I love how ridiculous this episode is. Teddy Roosevelt and Jar.
Snips is like MVP.
The ridiculous excuses everyone get. It's
I'm tired of living.
yeah, and no one seems. The mayor doesn't want to check that up, or
And little details like the two of them jump off the chandelier and Bender has to parachute down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
No, stay. There's 3 of you and there's 3 of them. You'll get along.
Bender's super like kind of like ingenuitive in terms of how he gets around as quickly and as efficiently as the other two.
His extendo arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
You're saying.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
sorry,
mean,
sorry.
I love. You guys are right. It's very silly, and that's a fun thing. But for me, like, I got a soft spot for Leela's Homeworld.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a better episode. But this would probably be one that I would be more willing to watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Leela's Homeworld made me feel things, and this one was just like, I'm just gonna sit back and relax and like have some fun.
This is very much like I can put this on in the background.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to pay attention to it fully, but you get a lot out of it.
I
if
think
you do
Love
it.
and Rockets is more a background one. I feel like this is one that
Oh,
you actually
really?
want to sit down and watch more.
Because
Nah.
it's so funny, it's swept
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe you put it on the background.
I mean,
and you
I
find
get
yourself
that,
watching
but
it.
I disagree because I feel like Love and Rockets, you need to pay attention
Yeah.
for the jokes to make sense. Whereas this one, you can be like,
They're
what?
superheroes. It's fine.
Citizen Snips.
Two things I think we should have looked up though. What the alienese on the back of the packet says, back of the miracle cream says,
Oh.
and
I'm not doing that.
when Bender gets punched, what does the binary say?
It would be a letter. It'd be either a letter or a number because that 000.
I'm hoping it
is
just
1.
says "bam" or something.
Bam.
It would be longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Binary is like that would be 1 letter.
One letter.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
hope it's an exclamation.
K or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
gonna see
know.
if I can continue the tail end
Just
of this
very
podcast.
quickly looking.
Also,
those
Wow.
up.
where can I buy a nice, cute bag to put over my head?
Well, she found it, so
No, she said it was on sale.
She does
Did
say
she
that.
say that?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Maybe she bought it
oh,
from the
no.
mutant store.
Look, I know a guy
The
who
most
sells Gucci bags. If you want,
the most adorable bag to put over my head. And I'm
no
like,
one's putting bags on their heads.
Speaking of things for sale,
Sweetie.
what about the shady guy on the street?
Organ guy.
Who's got
selling
organs on
organs.
the
Yeah,
inside of
organ
his...
guy's back. He's
Well, I
Organ
love
guy's
because
back.
it's like,
Yeah.
you
Not
know,
me fresh.
when people talk about like a black market, when I was young, I thought it was like a literal
Place you
market.
could go.
Like all the criminals going on a Sunday, and it's just like little stalls full of
Yeah, black ice
Yeah,
cream.
and you can like get yourself a scoop of cocaine.
what
They'll
you
measure it for you.
What you thought it was Nocturne Alley from Harry Potter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, yeah.
So, Phil, ask and you shall receive.
Thank you.
Translation. Keep out of reach of children under the age of 500. For best results, sacrifice a small mammal Zanrock, then apply evenly to interior of eyeball. Would you like to sell Dr. Flim Flam products? Contact a representative at a covered wagon near you.
Jeez, that's awesome.
That's great.
So does that mean they would be even stronger if they applied it to the
their
inside
eyeball?
of their eye?
I guess. And they
especially-
sacrifice.
and Leela would be even doubly so, because that's a big eye.
No, she'd be half strong because she has one eye.
I mean, I feel like it's surface area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Surely
more-
for
there's
a
more-
cream.
Are we getting into the real world application of
Yes,
a miracle
we
cream?
are.
On the inside of your eyeball, we are indeed.
Oh, God.
So-
I
That's what we're
gotta
here
get
for.
Contact lenses.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the final episode of our trilogy of elves.
Justice Team.
But not the
This-
final episode of Futurama.
This season started really strong.
Yes, it
actually.
has.
Some great episodes.
Yeah.
In
If
it.
you come back to us next week, we
Coming
have
in hot.
a taste of freedom.
A voice. We haven't done a voice.
Oh, damn it. Forgetting my formula.
Putting me
Zookeeper.
behind bars would have been a more delicious quip.
Sorry, I'm late, everybody. It's a. What does it say? What does he say? It's a wonderful.
It's a long story.
It's a long.
Sorry, I'm late, everyone. It's a long story.
That's just your camp German.
Of
And
course, this isn't my lair. My lair is far more superior.
And they'll be eaten by piranhas who, let's say, I have persuaded to walk on land.
that shot of the piranha
Oh,
like
horrifying.
walking out on chicken legs and then just turning to the camera is great.
Can we
and
just think
piranha
about how
3D.
horrifying that would actually be if
Well,
those
they eat
piranhas...
dead flesh.
But it
so-
wouldn't be because one piranha on its own is not scary.
But what about a
swarm?
school of piranhas?
School?
What if they've been persuaded to eat living
flesh?
They'd have rather upset stomachs afterwards. It'd be like,
And also, just as
Still
a
not
writing,
scary.
just as like a little writing thing, I love that you just pit these heroes that cannot command animals against a villain that commands animals.
Yes.
Just well played.
Neat.
Well
Neat.
played.
I feel like maybe if they asked Zoidberg nicely.
Yeah.
Maybe if they could command him. Yeah.
Screw you!
He would have been really, like, begrudgingly gotten there. Also, surprise bubblegum Tate is surprised.
Yeah, why
yes.
is he here?
God, there's so much in this episode.
Yeah, there really is.
So next week, A Taste of Freedom, which is a very Zoidberg centered episode where he eats the Earthican flag.
And I remember absolutely nothing about that.
I
don't
remember
really- I
that.
don't recall it, but if you
may
say-
be a humble space chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, is it that episode?
Yeah,
It's that
yeah.
one.
And it's also, don't mess with Earth. Screw Zoidberg.
Yeah.
So until that time, if you'd like to contact us at babybeardmedia@gmail.com for all your Dr. Flimflam needs.
Yeah, if you want to share your absurd costume design, then send it to @BabyBeardMedia on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram.
But it's not absurd if you enjoy something, letting people know that you enjoyed it. So give us a couple of thumbs up or 5 stars or, you know what, just give us a surprise. Sean telling Josh to go first out of the entire podcast group. Insert forms of rating, and we'll appreciate you forever.
And if you'd like to be our representative of our miracle cream, you can find us at any covered wagon.
Jeez.
I have been Sean.
I've been Ellen.
I've been Phil.
I've been Josh.
You've been Josh?
Well, Sean sounded like he said, I've been Sean.
I've been Sean.
been Sean.
Phil is wearing a ridiculous hat.
That is correct. My hat is quite ridiculous.
It
I
is.
wouldn't say it's ridiculous.
There are 3 quarters to it, which makes no sense.
What?
It's a tri-quarter hat.
You can call me Captain Sailorman.
He's also a captain as well as a lowly sailor. He outrules himself.
I'm
Before I-
still really bummed that I couldn't use like my original roller derby name. It was going to be Ellen Degenerate.
Oh, that's
Why
good.
couldn't
Someone
Fucking
already-
great
someone
because it was
already had
taken. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
What's your current one then?
Ellie Bean.
Nice.
It's cute. Because I don't need to fucking have a tough name, so I do all the tough shit on the
It's,
court,
it's ironic. You've got a cute name, but...
and then I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Then what is wrong with you?
It's the hat. It's corrupted him.
People have been asking that for a long
Who
time. Ellen.
raised you like this?
He was raised in a barn.
I was corrupted.
Have you seen that cat that like grew up in a show pony barn? Because that's adorable, and I'm still using my angry voice.
Because that is not how I'm feeling
You've
right now.
seen Zootopia because that genuinely made me feel things.